What's your name?
Andy.
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 Andrew.
What's your name?
Andrew.
Up front.
No, front up.
Front up. Front up, that's right. SBS.
SBS. And you're...
The last surviving station. Thanks God for that.
Where's your accent from?
You have a guess. I'll give you three.
I would say Germany.
That's it. You
But
made it so easy. No, it's Germany, yeah.
Yeah, what part?
Hamburg.
Ah, Hamburg. I haven't been there, but I've heard a lot about it.
Everyone who goes over there gets stuck in Munich or Heidelberg.
Yes.
You got to come up to Hamburg, because Berlin and Hamburg, especially after the wall came down on Berlin, but Berlin and Hamburg are the most liberal cities, especially Hamburg, because over the years, over the centuries, all the influences that came over from overseas arrived first in Hamburg due to the harbor, due to the port.
Right.
So it's a really liberal city.
How old were you when you left there?
When I left when neo-Nazis and fascism started again in Germany, so that's about 15 years ago.
But I must say, you don't look exactly like a Hamburgian. You look more like an Australian.
I look like a Bonner by now. I adapted very fast and very well to the lifestyle.
You certainly have.
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
You surfing?
That's the only thing I'm not doing. I tried it once on the first year I arrived over there. I fell off after 2 minutes and I decided something else will do.
I tried the barbecue.
I tried the barbecue. It didn't work out either. I turned vegetarian, so I'm working on it, I'm working on it. No. I do try to say Australia to make it, to get my citizenship, because the requirements might be, if Pauline is coming through, that we all have to be able to speak proper English, so I'm working on Australia.
What about the other expressions? I mean, which I actually never heard very much.
Oh, I caught the rough end of the pineapple, and I think it's all bloody fair dinkum, mate, but, getting there. If you would meet us in a coffee shop, we might be 5 Germans sitting together. We all speak English.
Yes.
Because one of the first things I learned over here is actually there are a lot of communities, they meet, they stick together in the coffee shops. They do speak their language, okay? From French, Arabic to you name it.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, you got to be aware that you will separate yourself from the rest of the community, okay? Because there'll be always one Aussie who might join too, right? And you will exclude him. So I think you really, you got to be aware of the language in Australia is English. I left Germany in 81. I went 2 years to India, then came back to India, and after the Indian, let's say, spiritual experience, I just didn't fit in anymore.
You mean you went back to Germany?
I went back to Germany after India for sure. I fell in love with a girl from Sydney, so my aim was to get over here after the 2 years in India.
Where did you meet this girl from Sydney? In India?
In India, in India. We traveled for a while, so the aim was to get back over here. And then I came 2 years after India. I went back to Germany, and I just didn't fit in anymore, right?
Yeah.
There were too many Germans.
Was that with what is the girl?
No, without her. It was without her, yeah. So coming back to Germany after 2 years over there, I just didn't fit in anymore. I didn't fit in the way of thinking anymore. I didn't fit in the cultural aspect anymore. I was fed up with the way politics were going in Germany. I just didn't fit in anymore. I didn't fit in the 9 months of winter climate anymore. Now I've got a kid over here. I've got a life over here.
But originally it was somebody else.
Originally it was someone else.
So you got here, but that was okay then?
That was okay then. I lived out west actually in the Leichhardt area.
Yeah.
Didn't know much about Australia. I knew there are beaches somewhere. I didn't know there are something like 28 city beaches.
Yeah.
I bought myself a motorbike. This is like 4 or 5 weeks into the story. Got the Gregory's up Oxford Street, Bondi Expressway, and I never forget the moment I came down that hill and saw Bondi Beach for the very first time, and I just stopped and I thought, wow, there's life after the inner west, right?
Yeah.
And 8 weeks later we split up and I moved to Bondi.
And how did you meet Karen?
I meet Carrie, if you want to go over with the camera again, right there on Bondi Beach.
Right there on Bondi Beach.
We got introduced to each other. At that stage, probably perving on each other, checking each other out.
Yeah.
So this is 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We got a daughter, 8 years old daughter now, who was actually born on the day the Berlin Wall came down, which was quite magnificent.
For you?
Yeah, 9th of November, 89, which is now nearly 9 years ago.
And that meeting led straight into romance?
Straight ahead, yeah. We spent the evening at the pond in Centennial Park during sunset, and that was it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you remember the things you discussed?
Yeah, she just came, well, I just came out of a relationship. I just broke up. She just came up from 10 years up in the rainforest, being married with someone, establishing a life up in the rainforest, building a house. So we basically
and
talked
she just
about...
broken up.
She just broken up,
Yeah.
so there were two half-broken souls trying to spiritually, harmoniously setting each other up again. Yeah.
But you didn't know it was going to be important.
If you do understand the term of soulmate, from the moment we met, there was just this really strong psychic connection of, hey, this is soulmate stuff, you know. And
Did
this
you
is
kiss
really...
her that first day?
No, we didn't have sex for 3 weeks. We spent a lot of nights together. We didn't have sex for 3 weeks. We didn't kiss. We were just like, we just both noticed, hey, there's something heart to heart, psychically really happening, you know. Which grew from there on, which is the major thing to survive, I think, you know. We really found each other on a spiritual, psychic level,
And was it, how much after that before you decided to get married, and how did that come about?
We getting married next year in April, okay, so we're not married yet. But then a year later, Carrie fell pregnant. We decided, again, more or less from a spiritual point of view, not from a religious, from a spiritual point of view, this child wants to be born, we have to have this child. And looking backwards now, 8 years down the track, she's turning 9 now, yeah, she had to come, and you know, she had to be there. There was a reason for that.
And why are you getting married?
Because it's something we haven't done yet. We've done a lot of things together, we haven't done that
I think
yet.
it'd be good.
And we sort of, you know, we're not a really, what you would call the average straight fitting into society couple. We do very different things. We're not 9 to 5 people, right? So naturally, working against that, our daughter is just turning so conservatively, right? So she said, hey guys, you're not married, you're going to get married, right? So she's probably going to turn up having later on a BMW with a personalized number plate and stuff like that, you know. I'm a musician by trade. I've got 4 CDs on the market. I play every weekend live with a big setup, synthesizers, didgeridoo, do the opera house market, sometimes play Bondi Beach, Darling Harbour, and so on. So I'm playing live in order to sell my CDs, which been working very well over the last 4 years.
Right.
And Caroline, my wife-to-be, works in the healing field. She just finished a diploma in sports massage. She works a lot of energy balancing, massage, a bit of holistic counseling. So in that field, we both work from home. I've got a little studio. The wedding, I think it's going to be in white, the color of purity.
Traditional?
No,
You
I don't
didn't say
think
that.
so. I don't think, no, I didn't say that.
No.
I don't think it's going to be really traditional. I think they're going to be, yes, I'm a muso, and she's working in the healing field. There are going to be a lot of crystals moving around. There are going to be a lot of drumming. It definitely going to be... No. I'm having my music on all day long because I do work.
Different.
I do work 50 hours a week on the music. I do, So it won't be my music, but there are a lot of musicians involved, naturally friends who are going to come. So it's going to be a huge jam session. They're going to be drumming.
Where are you going to have the reception?
We're not really sure yet. I think it's going to be during the day, and the actual ceremony might be something outside, you know, secluded but outside. And later on, probably in a restaurant. The so-called honeymoon, we're going to have it over in New York because we got friends living there. One of the few places I haven't lived for, I lived in many different countries, from Italy to Greece, India, you name it. I haven't lived in the States. Everything I know about the structure of society, politics, and, you know, I don't really think it'll be my trip living over there. But really, let's say, looking back Europe and all the countries I've been living in, I think that really, considering that it's a fairly Western society, it's 98, 99?
Somewhere around there.
End of the 19th, somewhere around there. And in a Western society with so-called Western politics, I really do believe that Australia is probably one of the very, very few best places in the world. It's a very friendly society. It's a fantastic lifestyle. It's still today, it's a very free country. I mean, if you live in Germany as an example, not to talk about the past of Germany 50 years backwards. Let's say I move from one flat to the other flat in Germany. Within 2 weeks, I got to go to the local council or the local cop station, with a confirmation from my former landlord that I used to live there, with a confirmation from my new landlord that I will live there, so everyone can track me, Big Brother basically, can track me down anytime, you know. We do have the ID card, which is fully computerized. You just click it in the cop car, into the computer. The boys know that, okay, when you were 7 years old, you pinched a piece of chocolate in the local corner store, up to you refused to join the army and do it, which used to be compulsory in Germany. When I left school, I was faced with joining the army. For me, it was clear I won't join the army. So I actually had in Germany at that time, which was 20 years backwards, you actually had a trial where 5 old fascist generals were sitting in front of you trying to prove your consciousness, that you're due to your religious, moral, spiritual reasons, that you are not able to kill. Okay, now from a philosophical point of view, you can't prove consciousness. If you tell me you can't kill, there's no way I can prove, you know. So they come up in this trial you've got where they're going to decide, okay, he can't kill or he can. They come up with questions, well, imagine you in a dark forest with your girlfriend and the Russians are, this is no joke, right? And the Russians are coming and you got a gun on you and the Russians are trying to rape your girlfriend. What are you going to do with your gun? Stuff like that, right? So if you fail the first trial, you got a second one with them. If you fail the second trial, you got a real court case. If the judge decide, no, you're bullshitting me, you can kill as an army person, right? And they refuse to accept your moral reasons, you go to prison for 2 years, right? And this is only 20 years ago. And I think for a country with that past, this is heavy shit.
Yeah.
You know, it really is.
Where were you heading today when we stopped you?
I was just going up to pick up another coffee, pick up some photocopies, have a look in the record shop whether they need more deliveries.
Of your CDs?
Of my CDs. And then they're actually all Australian albums. The last album I've just done is actually, believe it or not, Sunrise at Bondi Beach. So all the albums I'm running are Australian theme albums. So I'm hitting very much into the tourist market with it.
Wish you well.
Thank you.
I hope they need a big delivery.
They bloody do. I'm going to check it out right now.
My name's Pearl.
Pearl?
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
You're married?
Yeah.
We are.
How come? Where did you meet and all that?
We met at Brighton Beach.
Doing what? Swimming?
Yeah.
Separately or?
Same thing we're doing today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you with other people or just alone?
No, just alone.
Oh no, we've got our daughter in there sitting by
No,
herself.
at the time.
At the time?
Oh, at the time, yeah.
Who made the approach?
Of course I did.
What did you say?
You got a very nice physique.
I did at the time.
And what did you say to that?
I thought he was pretty good looking too. So.
Did you say anything?
Why, thank you.
And then?
Then I asked her for a drink and we went out and had a drink.
All right, I moved in the next day and we've been together for 11 years. And that's the truth.
It is, yeah.
Well, you don't want to waste any time when you know it's right, do you?
No, that's right.
That's right.
11 years together. When is your anniversary? Is it soon?
May 8th.
Do you do anything? You do something special for it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Normally go out for dinner and what have you there.
Right.
But I've seen your show before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Good.
It really is.
You have an accent.
I do.
Where is that from?
Egyptian.
Really?
Yeah.
You were born and raised there, old enough to keep
Yes,
it.
yes.
So you were educated there?
Yes. No, I came here when I was 10.
Well, you're
Been
half
here for
educated.
Yeah. Been here for 31 years.
Right. You
Yeah.
came here with your parents, of course?
Yes, of course.
You remember Egypt?
Not really.
No?
I left when I was 10, so
Yeah.
you don't remember much of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you? What's your...
I'm from New Zealand,
New Zealand.
Auckland. Yeah.
That's what? You escaped to here?
A
or
cold
did
green place.
Did you come here for a particular reason?
Yeah, my mum lives over here. So.
Came to join her?
Yeah.
How
yeah,
long
yeah.
before you
And
met
I loved
Michael?
it here, so I stayed. I met him, I'd been here 3 months, and I met him.
You must have felt that this was a move.
Fate.
Yeah, fate.
Yeah.
The universe was listening.
Yeah.
Have you been married before or had a relationship?
Absolutely not. No.
I met her, she was 16, so she couldn't have been married.
Did you tell your mum about that meeting?
Which?
When you met on the beach?
Oh, yes, yes.
You went home and said, I just met this great guy.
Yeah.
What did you say to her?
Mum, I'm leaving.
How did she take that?
She had no choice.
What about your folks? Were you with your family?
No, I was living by myself at the time, yeah.
Did you tell anybody that you met somebody?
Well, I said to my parents, that I met the one that I want, and they were rather happy, yeah.
You knew that quickly?
Oh, yeah.
Why? How come? What was it about each other?
It was in the air.
Was it?
Yeah.
Just worked?
I knew that this is for me.
Yeah.
And, well, here we are, 12 years later.
Have either of you changed in the...
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah? How?
Well, you grow up.
You grow together.
Yes.
Yeah.
You grow into each other.
Yeah.
We had our ups and downs.
Yeah, you become more alike, I think.
Did you had some downs as well?
Yeah.
Oh, lots of downs, lots of ups. I think
What
that's
sort of
part
downs?
of life.
Well, she was young.
Yeah.
You know, in the age of 16, she wanted to sort of do her thing as well. And I was 29.
Yeah.
And then slowly we sort of...
There's 13 years between us.
Yes.
Which doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. It doesn't matter now. Did it matter then? Did your mum object?
No, I didn't believe he was 29. I thought he was 22, 23. I thought he was lying to me.
What do you do?
Work-wise?
Yeah.
I'm a car salesman.
Right.
Yeah, I sell cars.
New cars or used cars?
Used cars.
Right. And
I've got a workshop in Brighton, Les Sands.
a workshop where you fix things up as well?
Yeah,
So you sell them and fix them up? Or you fix them up first and then sell them?
that's right.
Right.
One way or the other.
Right. Is it just your own business?
Me and my brother.
Right.
Yeah, we've been there for 26 years. So,
Now, people have a very sort of an unreal notion about car salesmen.
they do, don't they? Eh?
How much of it is true?
They're really good talkers. They can talk you into anything.
Well, I'm an honest one.
Yeah.
I am.
Why? What do you like about it? What is it? Is it that you like cars or you like people?
I love cars. I love fixing them. I appreciate buying a dumb car and then you fix it up and it comes up really nice.
You feel you've done something?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do?
I'm a mother and a housewife,
Right?
and that keeps my hands full.
Certainly would.
Yeah.
People say that, some people regard that as, a non-feminist thing to be doing.
I regard it as probably one of the hardest jobs you could have, but you don't get paid for it.
But you get paid for it in some ways.
Yeah, I'll pay you.
Rewarded.
Yeah, you get rewarded for it.
Yes. How hard is it for you?
Not hard at all.
You
I've
enjoy
got
it?
an absolute angel for a child. So
things are going well. You've got a great husband and great child.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Is there anything on the horizon that scares you, worries you?
Yeah. Nostradamus' prediction that the world's going to end. That really scares me.
I wouldn't worry about it. That's right, yes. You're not.
No,
What's your name?
Justin Tan.
What do you do?
I'm a student at MIT.
What do you study?
Software engineering?
Computers.
Yeah, computers.
The future.
Yeah.
The present, probably. Do you have a computer?
Yes, I do. It's pretty old, but it still works.
Old?
Yeah.
Have you done anything to it, like upgraded any part of it?
A couple of programs, a bit of games here and there.
Yeah? What would you really like to do with when you finish the course?
Oh, really? I'd rather become a comic artist, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm a street artist. You might see me on the road here
Right.
some days. That's how I display my work and get some feedback. Yeah.
But you want to do it on the screen?
Yeah, I really like to get into like computer animation and stuff.
Yes?
Yeah, that would be really cool.
In a big way? I mean, like working, when I say big way, do you mean commercially on feature films and television?
Yeah, I'd
programs?
really like to go for maybe Industrial Light and Magic, maybe something like that.
No, starting at the top, is it?
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
What will you settle for?
Maybe just working on my own comic.
Yeah.
Or one of the big comic companies.
What sort of, have you created some characters?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Mostly post-apocalyptic stuff and sci-fi, fantasy fiction. Yeah. Sometimes even like everyday life characters, that sort of thing.
When did you get involved in that?
I went to OzCon, which is a big comic convention thing a couple of years back, and I had this really rare collector's card, and I swapped that for a comic book. So I just wanted to get rid of it. You know, maybe it's worth something, so I actually got a comic book from it.
What do your parents think about all this?
They think I'm pretty crazy.
What do they do?
My dad's an engineer for Qantas, and my mum's a housewife. Yeah.
Where were they born?
I was born in Singapore, and my parents were born in Singapore as well. I took up computers because it's a common sense thing to do. Well, my parents, they just told me, get a job first and be stable, then go out and do what you ever want to do.
And is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm planning to do that.
So they're not connected?
I can connect them up. During the final year of my course, I can specialize in some sort of computer graphics. Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping to get through.
Now tell me, you have a good relationship with your parents?
They're okay. Our family's really weird.
Is it? Why?
Yeah. We just do a lot of... we're spread out all over the world, and I've come from a big family, and we just do all different sort of things.
You have brothers and sisters?
No, I'm the only kid. It's a pain.
Why?
Guaranteeing you now that only kids are not a pain in the ass. They are the brunt of everything that goes wrong in the family.
You get the blame?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I was going to ask you is, in everything that you do, have they encouraged you, and do you feel that they're there to support you?
Yeah, I suppose they all say, do this, but don't do this because such and such, and then we will support you, but this and this and that. And here come the Hare Krishnas.
All right. What do you think of them?
They're been pretty good.
Do you know anything about the Hare Krishnas?
I see them sometimes when I'm working out in the street. They're okay, good distraction, I suppose.
Do you know anything about them?
Not much. There's a really good Hare Krishna restaurant. That's about it.
What I was asking you about your parents, though, what I was getting to is how strict they were with you.
Asian parents, very strict.
Yeah.
But now that I'm in uni, they sort of tend to loosen up a bit, but they're still pretty strict.
Have you ever taken girlfriends home?
No. My dad's a bit worried about that. His son, where's the girlfriend, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's hard to find a girl nowadays, sort of thing.
Is it hard?
It is for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm always running around here and there. Right now, I'm supposed to be back helping my friend in this fish and chip shop because I'm doing errands for him.
Right.
One of the guys that's supposed to come in and work for him didn't come in at all today, so I'm just doing his shopping because he can't leave the shop.
Has a girl ever asked you out?
I'm waiting.
You wouldn't say no?
Depends, really.
Depends on
everything. Depends on the girl, personality type.
How important is that to you?
On what?
Right now in your life, having a girlfriend. Which is more important, that or the comics or the computers?
I'd say everything in life is equally important to the person. It's just life is just a mystery, and you just got to deal with it, I suppose.
Yeah. And how are you dealing with it so far?
It's the weirdest thing I've ever come across. That's all.
Yeah. Now you said your family was crazy. Are they nice crazy?
They're nice crazy.
Yeah.
They're nice crazy. We're spread out everywhere. I've got relatives in Hawaii, Germany, Hong Kong, London.
Who's your favorite relative?
All my cousins. They're all equally crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you have fun when you get together?
Yeah, I got one cousin studies in Melbourne U, and I see her once every 2 weeks, once every month, maybe.
Yeah.
Hello.
Is there anywhere else you'd like to live, or are you happy here in Melbourne?
I'm pretty happy here. I love this country. I love Australia. It's great, and I'd like to go maybe to America, to settle down, or even settle down here. I love it here. It's great.
And if you could see yourself in 10 years' time, give us a picture of what you hope you will be doing and how.
I'll be drawing my own comic book and making heaps of money for it, and maybe even happily married with lots of kids.
Lots of kids.
Yeah.
So you're eligible and open to offers.
That's right.